Hey, what's up guys, Blank here, and welcome to an E3 video. I know I'm just a little bit late on this. First of all, really quick, I'm going to address this. I want to be a little bit more expressive, but without actually showing my face is the best way. If you want me to change from this gay-ass bandana, you should probably do. Just let me know in the comments, and I'll do that. On with the video. So, this is actually part of a larger monthly series where I talk about. This is the first installment in a larger monthly series where I talk about gaming news for that month and free PS Plus games for that month, and well, also the previous month because I'm a lazy piece of shit. So, and whether or not they're worth a download. So yeah. Without further ado, let's get into this. So, before we start, let's talk about the free PS Plus games for last month. They're pretty good. XCOM 2 is fun. The gameplay is really fun and involves a lot of strategy, especially if you're playing on hard mode. The graphics are really good, and the story, from what I've played so far, seems pretty enticing. If you're like me and you like strategy games, I would definitely recommend you pick this one up. And Trials Fusion, also, yes, you should. Gameplay starts off, it seems like it's very, very simple, but it actually gets really, really complex the more you get into it, and the more you play the game, the more it turns into really more of a physics puzzler platformer type deal. It's great, especially, the multiplayer seems like it would be good. I haven't really tried it out because I can't be bothered to make a fucking Uplay account. But yeah, this is actually one of Ubisoft's better games. And also, since I'm a bit late, sorry about that. I will also be talking about the PS Plus games for this month, just really quickly. So, Absolver is pretty good. The fighting mechanics are really fun. The style is really good, and I really like the open world. You should definitely pick that one up. That one, sci-fi one. It's like you go around on planets and destroy shit. That sounds like it would be fun. But it is actually probably one of the most boring games I've ever played in my entire life. Do not pick that one up. Save yourself, please. Also, I didn't pick up Heavy Rain because my thought process was, I don't play David Cage games, and I didn't realize until the last moment that it was actually my job to pick it up. So, I guess maybe for next month, I will give you my thoughts on that. Extreme Exorcism, yeah. That one is actually pretty good. It definitely requires a lot of thought and skill. Just because of the mechanics, I don't really have time to explain it all. I barely have any time. I have like 18 minutes. So, yeah. And the elephant in the room. Call of Duty Body Odor 3. Nah, skip out on this one. Unless you're a die-hard COD fan, just skip out on it. It's it's like the video game equivalent of a Big Mac. Mediocre, not really fun if you don't have friends to enjoy it with, and and only really good if you actually don't know much about video games. So now let's get into E3. Starting off with E3's press conference. I didn't watch it. Or EA, sorry, fuck. I'm not retaking that. From what I've heard though, it was ass. The fucking 50% of it was sports games, which I couldn't give less of a shit about. They had a little bit of Anthem, which I actually really like MMO Lite, so if that actually does have interesting, thoughtful gameplay and not just Destiny, it looks like it might actually be good, and I actually might pick that one up. And like fucking the rest of it though was just Battlefield V for demonetized, and just a couple goddamn idiots playing some fucking mobile game. Really didn't get I mentioned Anthem. That we didn't even get that much info on. Just got, I think the swimming might have been new. Fuck if I know. Microsoft's press conference though, that was actually great. Probably the best one this E3. Got some early info on Fallout 76, but not really going to talk about that because I'm going to talk about that in a couple minutes. So, yeah. We also know now that Kingdom Hearts 3, I abbreviated it as KH3, and Nier Automata are coming to Xbox One. So, any of you who play on Xbox, I'm happy for you. I don't give a shit because I don't play on Xbox, but good for you. Power to you. I'm glad you can play these games that actually look really fucking great. New Forza game, which is gonna be open world. I don't really care about Forza, so because I don't play on Xbox, I have a PS4 Pro. So yeah. Also, Xbox gamers are getting a new Halo game. Xbox and PC gamers. Again, happy for you. My elbow itches like shit today. I don't play on Xbox, so 2 new Gears games and Battletoads, which finally, please, Rareware, please be this, please have this be your comeback, please. There is one exclusive that I'm excited for though, and that's the Cuphead DLC, because that can even run on my potato of a computer. So that actually looks pretty hype. There's some other things that aren't exclusives, and those seem actually really good. Devil May Cry 5 looks great. I'm happy they're bringing back old Dante. The Division 2 also looks good. I haven't played The Division, but it seems like it's a good game. Unlike I heard at launch, I heard it sucked, but now I heard that it's actually really good now. Dying Light 2, I like parkour, so that would be my thing. Let's move on to Bethesda. They kicked off by announcing Rage 2, which looks pretty good. That one I'm sort of excited for. Then after that, they announced another Quake game. Never been into Quake personally, so not really, doesn't really interest me. What does interest me though is Doom Eternal. Doom 2016 is fucking masterpiece in my opinion, and probably one of my top 10 games of all time. I'm so happy that they are making a new Doom game. I mean, I saw this from a mile away, but you know how when like you hear rumors and then they actually drop the ball, right? That's that feeling I got. We also got Fallout Shelter. We also got Fallout Shelter on consoles. I don't give a shit. I installed it on my PS4 just because why not? Then I installed it when I was running out of space. So that's basically the relationship I have with that game. More importantly though, more info on Fallout 76. And to top off the conference, they announced Elder Scrolls 6. Actually, Fallout 76, I think like the writing app I use is really buggy, so it might have just backspaced all of the shit I wrote about Fallout 76. It tends to do that. Elder Scrolls 6. A lot of people are hyped for that. I know I am, but I kind of hope they bring back the classic gameplay. Maybe even if it is just like an optional thing. I would love to see Morrowind gameplay in Elder Scrolls 6 with all of the mechanics that all the mechanics it had and such. Now on to Devolver, which is probably one of my favorite devs of all time. I love Devolver. Not only do I love Minute, Hotline Miami is one of my favorite games of all time, but their press conferences are the best part of E3. Being a smaller publisher, they have a lot of artistic freedom with their conferences, and they come up with some really funny, creative, interesting shit, and I really like their conferences. They don't really even announce anything most of the time. They announced Metal Wolf Chaos remake, which a lot of people are excited for. Some Hotline Miami side-scrolling type deal. That looks pretty good. Just watch the conference. It's really funny. Really good conference. Next is Ubisoft. I've already mentioned The Division 2, and Assassin's Creed Odyssey is just going to steal the franchise identity even more than Origins did. We got some game with spaceships, which looks interesting. Has Fox McCloud in it. Seems pretty interesting, and I really hope it's on current gen consoles, because if it isn't, I probably won't be able to play it for a while. Next is Square. They announced Final Fantasy XIV Monster Hunter crossover. I should be excited for it, but I'm not, because I don't play Final Fantasy XIV. I mean, I should be excited for it because I love Monster Hunter and I love Final Fantasy, but I don't play Final Fantasy XIV. So, I mean, if they also had an update for Monster Hunter World, that I'd be excited for, but it's just Final Fantasy XIV. Everything else was already announced. New Tomb Raider game. Things like that. I don't think I mentioned that, but whatever. Up next is the PC Gaming Show. The only game they mentioned that I was interested in was Warframe. Other than that, some fucking taxi game, I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. Again, this video is very, very rushed. Next is Sony. Conference started off with us finding out that Ellie in The Last of Us 2 is gay. I couldn't care less. We also somehow know that we know even less about Death Stranding than we did before. I'll try my best though to compile what we do know. For starters, we know that it has stealth gameplay, which is good, because Kojima is really fucking good at stealth. As well as some really breathtaking environments and visuals. We also know that it stars Norman Reedus after he legally changed his name and became an Amazon Prime delivery man. Don't think that was in The Walking Dead, but whatever. We also got some footage of Spider-Man. Okay. We also got some footage of Spider-Man getting killed. I'm not editing that out. Fuck you. Rest in peace, Spider-Man, I guess. I'm really excited for the new Spider-Man game. As a fan of the Arkham games, I really like that Spider-Man is his own thing. Don't get me wrong. I would love to see a new new Arkham game, but I would want it to be Rocksteady making a Batman game, even if it was like Batman Gotham or some completely different city. I want Spider-Man to be his own thing. And I'm really glad that it is. We also got a trailer for the Resident Evil 2 remake. Coming out in July, looks really promising, at least from what we've seen, which admittedly isn't much. I'm cautiously optimistic. We also got some samurai game or something. Looks pretty good. Last but not least, we have Nintendo. Their conference was, it was decent. I can't wait to drop off the battle bus and meet some of you on the battlefield in Fortnite. Honestly, it was really just a bunch of reasons for me to get a Switch. That's a mech game, and I'm a sucker for mechas. So, I really hope that makes it into the PS4. It probably won't. Nintendo is one of the worst when it comes to exclusives. And I don't see them porting this or Octopath over, for that matters. After that, it was just ports up until Smash Switch, or Smash Ultimate, it's actually called. Now, we've got a lot to cover with this one. For starters, they're bringing back every Smash character ever, hence the name Smash Bros. Ultimate. Which means they're bringing back Snake. Again, just another reason for me to get a Switch. Not the straw that breaks the camel's back, but I feel like that is going to be coming sometime soon. Possibly in the name Persona 5. Also really upset about Snake's ass. Come on, Nintendo, get it together. You also have some new ones. Ryu, and of course the elephant in the room, Ridley. People keep saying he looks OP, and I would agree. He has a bunch of overpowered looking moves, and I really hope he doesn't break the already fragile or very little balance, I guess you could say, that the Smash games had. Now let's talk about some other news. For starters, Sony stopped allowing cross-platform with Fortnite, and a lot of people got angry. On top of that, other game companies called them out on their bullshit. Nintendo and Microsoft released an ad, and Todd Howard said something. Honestly, as a PS4 gamer, I really hope that Sony won't be able to take it anymore and will just give in. Also, the World Health Organization labeled video games as a mental illness. Don't really have a problem with this, other than I'm barely even reading the script at this point, just grazing right through it. Don't really have a problem with this, other than the fact that I would much rather it be like gaming. I would much rather it be called gaming addiction or something like that, because it creates this thing where now parents are like, my kid has gaming disorder. Also, Volley Hunters. I know it's old news, but so is the rest of the stuff in this video. Fuck you. Stream was pretty shit from what I've heard, but I didn't really watch it. Why? Because I possibly couldn't give less of a shit, that's why. If the stream is shit, then it's gonna fail. Really, all you need to know is that it was a flop, and they scammed a lot of people out of their money in multiple ways. If you want to know more, just watch Rags' video or Review Tech USA. Now let's talk about Tenno Live. This is the last part of the video. For starters, from what I could gather, as I didn't really watch Tenno Live, I just watched some 5-minute video talking about Tenno Live. Again, this is very, very rushed. Shit! They're adding a Planes of Eidolon to Venus called Fortuna. That looks cool. Also hoverboards. The hoverboards really sum up how creative the Warframe devs are with their acrobatics. You shred around Fortuna doing cool tricks and shit. You also pilot around space in your Archwing, fighting other ships now, which looks cool. Supposedly a lot of mechanics and tactics involved. And overall, it just looks like a lot of fun has to be had. But regardless, that about wraps it up for this video. Sorry if it was a bit clunky, I kind of rushed it out as you can tell. So yeah, I don't know how to end videos.